Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. How are we all doing? Sam here, United People's TV with, as always, Monday to Friday. You know what it is, MUFC Daily, running through all the latest Manchester United news. Some good news today. We're talking about David De Gea and his future being heavily linked with a move to Real Madrid for some years now. Were it not for a broken fax machine, De Gea may already be playing for Real Madrid. But alas, the fax machine was broken. He stayed at Manchester United, and I would argue has become the best goalkeeper in the world during that time. So no one wants him to go anywhere near Real Madrid. They may want to sign him, but by the sounds of it, De Gea has absolutely no interest and has rejected a potential move or any potential move to Real Madrid. What I'm going to do on this video is call it a full story video. You know what these are. It's where I run through a transfer rumour from the root of the story and explaining how it's got to the British press and giving you the full picture. First things first, we're going to go to Spain, to Diario Gol. Now, the rumours resurfaced from this report in Spain, which effectively said that Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president, put a deadline on David De Gea and his move to Real Madrid for next summer. Effectively, Florentino Perez putting pressure on De Gea to make his mind up. Do you want to move to Real Madrid or not? Back to your hometown, or do you want to stay at Manchester United? This was then in turn picked up by the British press, who resurfaced the stories. And as you can see, De Gea to Real Madrid, we're talking about it again. The story is now back in the press. But is he actually going to move? This is where the story has come full circle to El Confidencial. Now, this report from the Spanish newspaper is saying that De Gea was previously tempted with a move to Real Madrid, but now isn't tempted at all. And they go one step further by running with some quotes. This is what they had to say. The Spanish newspaper, which is El Confidencial, explained that last time Perez made an attempt to sign him via Jorge Mendes, who is that super agent, who is David De Gea's agent. He said, this is the quotes they're running with, Real Madrid, ? I'm the goalkeeper of Manchester United and Spain. What more could I ask for? They go on to say that De Gea is very happy at Manchester United, very happy at living in Manchester, and has absolutely no desire to force a move to Real Madrid, where previously he may have done that. De Gea going absolutely nowhere by the sounds of it. And El Confidencial go on to finish by saying that because of this, Athletic Bilbao goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, I think I said that right, that's quite a good one actually, 20 million euros he's going to cost. He's got a release clause in his contract. Sounds like they're going to line up him as their goalkeeper instead of David De Gea, because he's made it clear that he has no intention of leaving Man United. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments below. For me, I love De Gea. De Gea is stuck with the club through some thick and thin. Louis van Gaal, David Moyes, and now Jose Mourinho. I've always said it. Look, I would have completely understood had David De Gea left under Moyes. I would have understood if he left under Van Gaal. But leaving now, when we've got Jose Mourinho, we've got the right signings in, we're competing back for the Premier League title, we're competing in the Champions League, well, we're top of the group at the moment. Now's not the right time for De Gea to leave. He's already Spain's number one. He's going to the World Cup as Spain's number one. He's at a club where he is adored by fans, not booed like Real Madrid, and they somehow boo Cristiano Ronaldo still sometimes when he misses chances. De Gea is happy at the club. He's always come out and said he was happy. Now, you could argue that when he was linked with Real Madrid previously and he just went on a vow of silence, didn't say anything, didn't deny the rumours, didn't accept the rumours in the press. But I don't care. De Gea, obviously, he's going to be at that point wanting a move back to his native Madrid, is where he's born. He played for Atletico through the youth teams. Of course he's going to want to move back to Real Madrid or Madrid at one point in his career. It's just that none of us wanted it to be last year, year before, and none of us want it to be this year. And by the sounds of it, he has rejected any potential move to Real Madrid at the moment, forcing Real Madrid to look at alternative goalkeepers. What do you think about that? Do you think De Gea is the best goalkeeper in the world? Let me know in the comments, and let's run through a few of your comments here. We've got Evil Befal saying, he will never leave, don't worry guys. A comment here, lots and lots of you are saying, would you take Gareth Bale for Real Madrid in return? Gareth Bale and De Gea and doing a swapsy. I'll let you decide on that. Let me know in the comments. Type yes Bale or no Bale. If you would let De Gea go to Real Madrid if it meant we got Gareth Bale in the opposite direction, I'll give you my opinions on that as well. Let's head to Facebook as well and see what you're saying. We've got Maxton Lowe, good morning to you as always, saying De Gea is our great keeper, no doubt, Alex Packham joining in on Facebook. How you doing, Alex? Get back to work. He's calling me beautiful. You're beautiful too. You get a shout out for that. Shabazz saying, if De Gea leaves, who could be the replacement? It's a good question. Again, let me know in the comments, who do you think could replace De Gea if he was to leave? For me, De Gea is an irreplaceable goalkeeper. De Gea is if Man United sold Pogba, he's irreplaceable. Man United would not be able to bring somebody in as good as Paul Pogba. I think the same thing applies to De Gea. And I'm looking at the comments here on YouTube. Absolutely everybody is saying no Bale. Nobody wants to see Gareth Bale coming to Manchester United if De Gea goes in the other direction. And I think you're all absolutely spot on. Why Manchester United would let the world's best goalkeeper go for an injury-prone winger who spent so much of his last season on the injury table, I don't know. There was once upon a time where Gareth Bale would have been a magnificent signing. But Real Madrid got him from Spurs, Man United didn't. Let's move on from Gareth Bale. There's no way we should be getting him. Got Adam McConnor saying Donnarumma as a potential De Gea replacement. We've got Ashley Dunn saying Jack Butland. Jack Butland, a very good shout. I think prior to his injury, he was England's best goalkeeper. I think he probably still is, and certainly isn't Joe Hart. Sorry about that. Got Kiranga saying De Gea is irreplaceable, and I completely agree. I've just said that. Kane Silcott saying, I would like to see Bale at the club, but not as a swap deal. Gareth Bale at Manchester United, as I said, once upon a time would have been an outrageously good signing. Right now, I don't think that is the case, and he would cost a hell of a lot of money for what would be a massive, massive risk. Got Kevin Govender saying, yes, De Gea is the best in the world. Lots more comments about Bale coming in. David Ojewumi saying, no Bale, he is injury prone. And Kim saying the exact same thing. Entropy going one step further, saying, fuck no, Gareth Bale. Entropy also saying, isn't Griezmann more of a striker than a winger? If you're looking at potential signings from La Liga, I would take Griezmann over Bale any day of the week. And Griezmann can operate as a striker, but he can operate as a number 10, left wing and right wing. He's got that in his locker. Let's go back to Facebook and read a few more of your comments. Akimbola, watching from Nigeria. Good morning to you, mate. Saying, De Gea is currently the best in the world for me, and we also need him at United for the competition in the goalkeeper role. Should continue with Sergio Romero, the world's best second choice goalkeeper, I would argue. Sergio Romero and David De Gea, United haven't had a setup of that in terms of a wonderful number one and also a wonderful number two for some time. De Gea and Romero, I want to keep them both. Darren Morris saying De Gea is by far the best, and Gareth Bale, hell no, he is glass. Bale or Dybala, says Andy Winnerson. Now there's a good answer. Good question. I think there's only one answer though. For me, it's Dybala. I would definitely take him over Gareth Bale. But the main story today, as I said, it's all coming from the Spanish press talking about David De Gea and how he has rejected a move to Real Madrid because Florentino Perez is trying to force it through and say, look, De Gea, if you want to move, you move in this summer. De Gea is saying, why would I want to leave? I'm at United. And why would he want to leave United at the moment? We've got Ibrahimovic, we've got Paul Pogba, we've got Henrik Mkhitaryan, we've got Juan Mata, we've got Rashford, Martial. We've got so many quality players in this squad. It's the best our squad has looked for some time. And we are competing in the Premier League. We'll know after the Arsenal and Man City games whether or not we have proper title credentials this year. But at the moment, you can't argue that Man United are looking like one of the best teams in the league. The only team who scored more than us this year is Man City. But we'll see what happens in the next two games. At the weekend, we've got Arsenal. Let me know your predictions in the comments quickly. Do you think Man United will win? What do you think the score will be? Make sure you leave them in the comments there. Make sure you check out my preview as well. I've done a preview of the Arsenal game, predicted starting 11. I think Man United will go for a 3-5-2 again with Rojo, Lindelof and Smalling as centre-backs, Young and Valencia on the wings, Pogba and Matic in the middle, and up front I think Lingard will keep his position in number 10 with up front being Rashford and Lukaku. I think Rashford will start that game ahead of Martial because of his work rate off the ball. That's my opinion on it. You may disagree, but let me know about that in the comments. What we'll do now is we'll read a few of your predictions out for the Arsenal game, and then we'll wrap up today's MUFC Daily. We've got Josh TJ Woodward on Facebook saying 2-1 to Man United. I'd take that, mate, all day long. We've got Entropy saying 3-1. Unruly Governor West saying 3-1 to United. 2-1 United win, 2-1 United, 3-1 United, 0-0, 0-1. Well, there's a lot of very confident United fans, which maybe come as a bit of a surprise because United haven't won a game away against a top 6 team under Jose Mourinho. Maybe that will change on Saturday, and I absolutely hope it does. My opinion and my prediction for this game, I'm going for 1-0. I think if this game goes exactly how Mourinho wants it to go, and it goes to plan, it will be a 1-0 win for Manchester United. That's what Jose Mourinho will want. He'll want to shut Arsenal out, he'll want to get a goal, and he'll want to defend. And with the way we defended against Watford for the majority of the game, we played very, very well. Rojo had a wobble, then we gave away what was a very silly penalty from Rojo, and then a wonderful finish to make it 3-2. But United have got to be in form against Arsenal. Ozil playing well at the moment, Sanchez scoring goals, Lacazette won't be in the team. It's going to be a tough game. But somebody we definitely will have in goal for that game is David De Gea. For me, the world's best goalkeeper, and it sounds like he's staying at Man United, past the summer and hopefully for a lot longer. Got a lot of time for you, Dave. Best goalkeeper in the world. Thank you all for joining in on MUFC Daily. Thank you all for your comments. Loads and loads of comments on Facebook, on YouTube. Love having you all involved from all around the world. Until Monday's MUFC Daily, take it easy. But we'll see you tomorrow night for the live match reaction after the game against Arsenal. Take it easy.